Black History Month is finally here, and what better way to jump off this month than to talk about two of the most iconic MCs to ever touch the mic and their one amazing DJ, the Kings from Queens. It's time to talk about it. Let's go. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Klepcx FM, brought to you by wearecritics.com, a place where we talk about movies, television, pop culture, and if you're into that kind of thing, make sure you hit that subscribe key and that notification bell so you can be up to speed about everything that I talk about here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I have had the opportunity to check out Peacock's latest docu-series, 3 episodes deep, The Kings from Queens, the Run DMC Story. And I got to tell you, before I tell you about what I thought about it, let me tell you about what exactly it is and what it's bringing. Now, the Kings from Queens, it follows the most iconic hip hop group to ever do it. I don't care what your opinion is. Run DMC deserve their flowers. They are a legacy. They are partially part of the reason that hip hop is on the pedestal that it is in today. And this, particularly this documentary, follows the origin, the growth, and legacy of this iconic group, from where Run came from where DMC came from, and from where the late great Jam Master Jay came from, and all the way into his demise. Now, I got to tell you, when this was offered for me to check out, I was extremely excited because hip hop has always played a big part of my life. For any of you who know me and where I come from, music was always the first love in my life, especially hip hop music. So being able to kind of revisit these moments that I actually lived in real time, it was very heartwarming, very emotional, and very gratifying and very satisfying at the same time. I'm not gonna lie, I shed tears of joy, tears of sadness at points in this, and there were things that I learned that I didn't really know, not just about the group, but about the time, the era, their style. Was born. There's so much, like there's so many like intricate parts in that play a part in the phenomenon of Run DMC that you probably didn't know that you're gonna learn in this documentary. I thoroughly enjoyed this documentary. I would probably watch this documentary a few more times because just to see, you know, the story on how, like, you know, not only just the music behind the scenes and how they created the songs in the studio, but more or less on how they found themselves and how, you know, the iconic Adidas brand became their signature. You're gonna learn about how songs came about, and you know, and it's not even gonna come from like the most obvious thing. Like you're not gonna see things like, oh yeah, Run DMC, they sat down in a room and they wrote something. No, a lot of this stuff came from just, you know, their everyday lifestyle of who they were, that kind of just translated into their music organically, from style, from sound, from hooks, from, you know, just who they were. They were two similar but yet two different type of people, and I'm talking about Run and DMC, and even Jam Master Jay. Once he came into the fold, they were 3 different individuals who were just destined by the grace of God to come together to create this magic, and take hip hop to the level that it is, you know, today and what it was then. There are some really cool cameos in this thing. And you know, in most documentaries, when people are talking about, you know, their experiences with certain people, or, you know, that moment when they're talking about, yeah, when these guys came out, the nature of things shifted. No, you're going to actually see the people who are talked about in this, people who have changed the game, people who have shifted the focus to and from Run DMC throughout their entire history. We're going to see the rise. You're going to see the fall. You're going to see the good, the bad, you know, the traumatic. You're going to see all of that in this documentary. And I think anyone who, especially if you're a hip hop lover, and especially if you're a huge fan of Run DMC, this is going to be a fun documentary for you to check out. It hits Peacock February 1st. Again, ladies and gentlemen. So I highly recommend this, especially if you are a lover of the boom bap era. If you're a fan of 80s, even early 90s stuff they talk about, that was more or less the rise for me as far as like with Run DMC. Like I loved them growing up, but my brother who was older than me, that was more or less, his introduction to hip hop. But as I was becoming a young man in the early 90s, late 80s, that transition of Run DMC, the Down with the King era, Def Jam, man, listen, you're gonna get all of that. You're gonna see and you're gonna feel all of those emotions and everything that they went through, and how it all came about in this documentary. So yeah, I just want to give this a huge thumbs up, two thumbs up. I don't usually do the thumbs up thing, but I mean for this thing, it definitely deserved it. This is directed by Kirk Fraser. He's just known for doing a lot of documentaries, specifically with a lot of hip hop artists, also some true crime stuff, some History Channel documentaries. So he knows what he's doing, and it shows because you're getting, not only did they get everyone, and I mean everyone who ever played a part in their lives to come and speak in this documentary, but there is a lot of good and bad moments in this thing. But I'm telling you, when you see those iconic moments of those songs that and how they hit, then they creep up on you and hit again. So yeah, that's all I got to say, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure, if you're looking for something to check out for Black History Month, or just to look out for in general documentaries, if that's your thing, check out the Kings from Queens, the Run DMC Story on Peacock. February 1st, it hits tomorrow. If you're checking this out right now, and yeah, let me know what you think. Like, comment, share. Make sure you subscribe. And for more movie news, television news, and pop culture, check out wearecritics.com. And I will talk to you all later.